Hey guys, so tonight I was sitting down just to play around with some of the new goodies I've gotten over the past month, honestly. And I also grabbed a few of the Sephora brushes that just came out. I grabbed this foundation brush and this pro tapered powder brush. I think I already showed y'all this, but it is the bronzer brush. I got the regular powder brush, the cheek blush brush, what else? The Pro Contour brush, and then an eye shadow crease brush. So I just grabbed these, and they are not cheap. I did not realize how expensive they were until I was really going in and getting them. But when I was on there getting those, I also saw that this Fenty Beauty brush was back in stock. This is the 125 face brush, and this came out with the cream bronzers and blushes. So I wanted to try this out. And I'm trying to kind of put together a brush video. I'm surrounded in brushes right now. Literally, I have all of my inexpensive / drugstore brushes here. I have just so many brushes all around me. Other Fenty brushes that I want to see how I feel about against other brushes. Just way too many brushes. So that video is coming soon, but tonight I'm just kind of going to play around with a few things that I know I like because I want to see how these brushes perform. And I just realized I need to wet my beauty blender because I always like to go over a foundation brush with a beauty blender. Now this foundation brush is the 55 and it is very flimsy, which I got this kind on purpose because I wanted kind of a sheer coverage moment. So let me wet my beauty sponge and I will be right back. Okay, so I just wet my Juno & Co. Cloud sponge, I think. Cloud or Storm or something. I have the Professional Hydrating, this little mini here. I'm gonna put this on first. I feel like this isn't necessarily hydrating, but it's not drying like the original Professionals is. So that's something. I have been mixing together my Drunk Elephant Deep Bronzy Sunshine Drops and the Milani Scream Queen foundation. So I'm going to do just a pump of both of these. And I just put a pump and a half of this. And then probably 2 pumps of the Milani on the back of my hand. And just kind of mix it up with my finger. I love the finish these Deep Bronzy drops gives this, and since it's just a little bit light for me, it's nice to add in here for a little bit of glow. Alright, now that this is on my face, I'm going to take this number 55 Sephora brush and just kind of stipple everything around at first. And then just kind of start buffing it in. Alright, so this is the foundation just kind of buffed in. I'm just going to let this chill. And I'm going to put my concealer on. And then once I put the concealer on, I will kind of go over my whole face with my sponge. I feel like I'm so out of breath and I have absolutely no reason to be, but I'm struggling. For my under eye setting powder, I'm going to try this 79 brush. It's the Pro Contour, but it looks like it's kind of a good shape to just get right up under here. It's not quite as dense as I would usually like for right here, but it's setting it down fine. And I mean, the foundation brush was good. It's definitely a sheer coverage brush, so if you were using a foundation that you wanted to get just a little less coverage with, I would say that would work out well. But I do have a lot of inexpensive brushes that I really love, so just stay tuned for that little video. And I guess this is a good time to say it. If you are not subscribed, do it, and then you will get a little, thingy whenever I get that uploaded. I'm kind of going to break the rules a little bit. I'm going to go into the Tarte Breezy Cream bronzer with the Fenty brush, and I'm just going to stamp that in there, get some product on the brush, and kind of stamp that right onto my face. Raw Beauty Christy said that she really loved this brush, that I guess it like came in the PR kit with the cream products. And I know I'm not like blending it all the way into my hairline. I just washed my hair today and it's late at night and I'm just gonna wash this off after, so I'm not actually going anywhere in it. So I don't really care enough to get my hair dirty. I know that sounds awful, but it's the truth. I just realized I never went over my whole face with the sponge, and it actually looks really good. And I usually like my sponge for cream bronzers too, but I'm really loving this brush. It's like flimsy enough where it's not picking up any kind of foundation or anything underneath. And it's blending out so well. I really like this. So like in reality, I'm probably just as bronzed as like I need to be. But I want to try out this brush with the Fenty cream too. So I'm going to go in with the 03 Macchiato shade. It's pretty similar to the Tarte shade, I'm not going to lie. So I'm not expecting like a huge difference. But I just want to make sure like this one doesn't pick up anything underneath it, because the Tarte did not. Yeah, this seems to be working just as well. And it's not picking up any of my foundation underneath. It looks really pretty. If you can't tell, I'm still trying to figure out if I like the Tarte cream bronzer or the Fenty creams more. And I truly do not know. I definitely like the shade range that Fenty has a lot more. But like formula-wise, they're kind of just neck and neck. Okay, now I'm going to take my sponge and just kind of go over my whole face just to really mesh all of those creams in. That base looks really, really good. I want to go in with the Petal Poppin' Cream Blush from Fenty now, and I'm just going to use this little brush again. I love this shade. It's such a like just good everyday pink shade for me. So I do really love this one. But I like all the colors that I've gotten, honestly. And I surprisingly wear the purple one a lot. Like I thought I would just kind of use that in videos, and I end up using that all the time. Okay, now I'm going to take the Sephora 80 Pro Bronzer brush, and I'm going to use this as my all over powder brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrushed Flawless Finishing Powder and just kind of like tap that everywhere so I can layer up some powder products in a little bit. Right, now that my face is just really lightly set, I'm going to do that really annoying thing that every person that makes a YouTube video does. I'm going to do my brows really quick and then I will be right back. I'm really still trying to figure out how I feel about this Milk Kush Triple Brow Pen, and I just don't know, and it takes me a really long time. So I'm going to do this and I will be right back. Okay, so I just threw on some brows and I think I do really like this Milk pen. I don't know, I just really need to get used to it, and it doesn't help that I haven't had my eyebrows done in way too long. So that's that. Now I want to use this Hourglass Scattered Lights like eye topper on my eyes today. It's in the shade Reflect, and Samantha Ravindall keeps talking about these over and over and over, and I got one a while ago and I just like haven't really played with it. I don't know why, but I do want to throw a little something in my crease, so I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just going to stick to these three shades. I know my nails are like past being gone. I'm gonna grab the Sephora Pro Crease 26 brush. It looks like this, and I'm going to take the lightest brown shade, and then I'm just gonna like work my way up just so I have a little something to top This brush feels really, really good. I'm really liking how this feels. I'm going to go into the middle brown shade and just keep building. Now I'm going to go into the darkest shade just a little bit and kind of keep that concentrated more on the outer third, right in my outer corner. Now I'm just going to take the middle brown shade and run that across my lower lash line. I think the look that I'm going for today, this brush is really, really good for, because it is on the bigger side and it's very fluffy and it really just buffs in things super quick. So now I'm going to just take my finger into this Hourglass Scattered Lights, and it has the weirdest consistency to me. It feels so good. And this is kind of I feel like it's a little bit rosy gold. Oh, so pretty. I'm bringing it in my crease just a little bit. I kind of just want it blown out and just a little bit sparkly. That is such a nice finishing touch topper. I love the look of that. And then now I want to go in with this Kaja stamp again. I've been kind of trying to practice with this bad boy. This is my left eye. Okay, so I just line it up directly with where my lowest eyelash is, and literally just stamp. And you have to pull it away very you know what I'm saying? Probably not. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Fly Liner and just beat it up. I'm not gonna bring it all the way to my inner corner. I just want to deepen up my lash line a little bit. Alright, I think I'm going to do this on this eye and throw some mascara on, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I just finished my eyes. I left my under eyes super just very minimal, and I think that Hourglass Shattered Lights is so freaking pretty. So I'm so glad that I got the urge to bring that out, because it's just such a nice eye opener, I think. So now I'm going to go in with a couple powder products to kind of finish up my skin. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty powder bronzer in the shade Private Island and just warm my face up a little bit more. I'm going to use the Sephora Pro Powder 50 brush for this. The brush I used for my powder is technically the bronzer brush, and then this is technically the powder brush. I'm not sure why you would want more control over powder than bronzer. For powder, I just kind of, make sure it sets everything down. But for bronzer, I want to have, at least a little bit of precision. And this brush is shaped, it's almost like a really fat fan brush. It's a really cool design, I think. And I don't have any other brushes like this. The closest thing I have is this ColourPop brush, which I love, but it's not as fat as the Sephora one. So I do really like this one. I've had this one for maybe a week or two, and I've been getting a lot of use out of it. Probably because I'm a bronzer junkie, but Now I'm going to top that with the Kosas bronzer in medium. I really just love the finish that this Kosas bronzer gives your skin. It's such a nice, it's a sheen, but it's not glimmery or glistening or, what am I even saying, glittery at all. It's just this gorgeous, I don't know, it's so pretty. I'm going to go in with the Radiant Magenta Hourglass blush. It looks like this. This is just a little mini. And I need to figure out what brush I want to use. Okay, this is a cheek brush. I actually had one of these. I did not realize that these were going to be the exact same thing. This is from their old collection. This is from their new one. They are the exact same thing, exact same head, everything, but this one's just a little bit longer. I bought this to use for setting under my eyes, and I really like the shape of it for that, but I don't really understand it when it comes to blush. Usually I have something fluffier, so I'm just going to dip that into my blush and just kind of use this as like a pretty blush topper for the cream blush that I used. I don't think it's too pigmented, and that's what I was really worried about. It does definitely like give you some pigment, so if you have a very pigmented blush, I would go very light or not use this brush for that. But for this Hourglass one, it actually works out really nice because it's not a very pigmented blush at all. And to really get any of that like gorgeous pinky shade, you do need a brush that will pick up some color. So that was actually a much better experience than I was expecting. But now I want to go in with my Hourglass Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. I didn't really get like any kind of highlighting brush, so I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques setting brush. This is just my favorite highlighting brush. It literally, I don't have any high-end brushes that top it. But this, oh, this powder though is worth every penny. Maybe not every penny, it's freaking expensive, but now that I have it, I would not have it any other way. Okay, this is by far my favorite kind of look to do. So now I'm just going to go in and do my lips, and then I think we're all done. I'm going to take my XO Beauty Mari lip pencil and basically just fill in my entire lip. I love this color so much, but anytime I put any kind of lip liner, just like, you know, completely all over my lips, they are ratchet looking because they look so dry. So I'm going to go in with the little baby sample Sephora gloss that I got. This is just the clear one. This is a 100 point perk on Sephora right now if you make a purchase. So I actually like it. I used it earlier today too, and it's a very like non-sticky formula, which I really like. So let's spray my face and we will be all done. I have my Hourglass Soft Focus Veil Setting Powder. Oh, I almost forgot it again. I found my all-time favorite inner corner highlight. This is the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder in 13. It is so gorgeous. You can't really tell like how stunning it is. I have like 800 brushes sitting right in front of me, and I do not have one to highlight my inner corner. So anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of that on the tip of this, and I mean, holy shit. Like, tell me that is not insane. So I'm going to just press that in a little bit. I grabbed a little much on the brush, but I am not complaining because I love this color. Like, I think that just opens up your eyes so much. And yes, I say that in every video, and I will probably continue to say it. So just get used to it. So now let's set the face. I'm not sure how I feel about this setting spray. Oh, I always forget I'm supposed to keep my eyes closed until it dries, but I don't feel like it really does anything for like the longevity of my makeup. Not sure if anybody else has been using it, let me know. It does take away like any powderiness that you have to your skin, but so does my like ColourPop, and that's like $12, and that's what, like 36 or something. So I don't know if it's worth all that, but my skin does look really nice now. That Hourglass, oh, that powder right there, so good. And oh, I actually used so much Hourglass stuff today. Okay, I used the blush, the highlight, the eye topper, the concealer. Alright, well, this was almost like an Hourglass video, but that's just because I freaking love Hourglass so much. So let's get the clips out. Alright, this is the final look, and I am obsessed with it. This is my favorite kind of look to do. Just like that natural, like very, almost like glam, warm tone, sparkly, smoky eye, nude lip kind of thing. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all are still staying sane during all of this. Hopefully we are on the upswing now, so we will be getting to go out in the world soon. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, and I hope that you enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. Bye.